ओ प्यार बांटते चलो, प्यार बांटते चलो.
The other day, one of my professors remarked, I seem to be the easiest. He was lamenting the fact that he would readily accommodate all the requests of the students in terms of deadlines, schedules, and the like, while most other professors would not. I must add that he is also the easiest when it comes to one daring to ask a stupid question of. Never once has he looked down upon my idiotic expressions of ineptitude. His exasperated expression set me thinking. I like to believe that I am also one of the easiest people that God has gifted to humankind. Of course, most people who know me will disagree with my assessment. But I suspect in reality they are wrong. I mean, most of the people that I have been unlucky, or perhaps lucky, enough to be born close to, and all the people that I have been stupid enough to fall in love with, are really the most difficult people I have seen walking the face of this earth. Each of them demands things of me as if those were their birthright. I mean, look at this. The person I have wasted my last several years being in love with chooses to leave me, fall in love with another person, decide to live with that person or die, keep lying to me that there is no other person in his life, keep telling me that he will return to me, still ask me to keep footing his, and evidently his beloved's, expenses, and I, like the easiest idiot that the Lord has gifted him, nay, all the world's two-timing beep, keep walking the four rainbow he chooses to show me. True, I am one of God's minor mistakes, a custom design moron. But that gives me a great advantage over his superior designs. I expect little of life. So when a few good things that do lose their way and ever so reluctantly fall in my lap, I'm happy. No, actually, I'm darn ecstatic. I still remember a friend of mine once asked me if I would really mind wearing an old t-shirt of his. He did not want it, but did not want to throw it away either. I was, of course, overjoyed. I happily received and wore the t-shirt there and then. And he knew from the look in my eyes that I was indeed very happy. He remarked, "My God, we are so easy to please, aren't we?" I gathered all the pomposity of an emaciated, three-legged dog of an Ethiopian pauper and replied, "Oh yes, of course, we are." Of course, this friend later needed money, and I happily lent it to him. He now owes me more than 500,000 rupees and does not take my calls, though I still gladly wear the t-shirt he gave me in happier times. Well, stop sniggering, or if you're feeling sorry for me, stop doing that too. I have no problems being made a fool of. So, in fact, you should probably take this as an opportunity and try your own luck with me. No, honest, it does not bother me that I am often used by people who are otherwise good. You see, people are always good, so I need no special clairvoyance to figure out who's good and who's not. Why does it not bother me? Because en route and in the final analysis, I always turn out to be the more content and the happier one. And if there's more to life than being happy, I guess I have never figured that secret out. I hope I never do. The simpler one's life is, the lesser baggage one is carrying, the more opportunity one has to stop by and flirt with a flower by the road, chase a butterfly and rescue a rat, Why should one find happiness only in great things? After all, there are very few great events and fewer greater lives. If one keeps hankering after that greatness, one may actually achieve it. But what are the odds? And the cost? Is it not almost infinitely better to receive the joy that little things keep trying to bring your way? And then, how can one be certain that the greater things will actually deliver greater happiness? Also, one must ask oneself one more question. Is this desire to be great an indicator of one's greatness, or that of one's insecurity? If one does what one loves, and if one does the best one can, because nothing less would be acceptable, and the greatness arrives as a byproduct, sure, nothing wrong with it. But is that the way the script works for most of us? My guess is that it does not. That most often we need to prove a point to others and to ourselves, for we can prove no point to others unless we honestly or fraudulently prove it to ourselves first, and thus proving to everyone beyond any reasonable doubt, gain their stamp of approval, certifying our greatness. Can that be a recipe for happiness? After all, happiness always germinates inside and then grows to flow and glow outside. So how could it be born of others' acts and beliefs? The desire to be great, as opposed to the desire to do great, to me, is a marker of one's insecurity and dependence, not a marker of one's superiority. Ditto, being difficult. So how can these ever lead one to happiness? Being easy, on the other hand, has given me great riches, for I have way more than what I need or want. I know often, when I am supporting someone, that I will not get my investment back. Only 10 to 20% of the people I support are the kind who will return anything at all, unless of course they see more benefit coming their way. And of those, just 10 to 20% care to return anywhere in the range that they have received from me. But guess what? I make a lot of investments, so I do get enough returns to keep me going. And in any case, who needs the returns? I get my happiness anyway, often through the unintended kindnesses of strangers. For me, happiness comes easy. It is those that need to worry, whose happiness comes at a great cost, perhaps greater than they can afford. My own material needs I have reduced to the extent that those cost even lesser than the needs of the people I support. As for my social needs, since my sense of self no more emerges from the social station I occupy, I am not at the mercy of the egos of those around me to give me the high status that they generally themselves covet. Being easy has given me so much that often when I start taking myself too seriously, I can literally see my world slipping away through my fingers. No, I would not trade my being easy with being the most powerful or the richest or even the most famous person in the world, or even the person with the most number of lovers. These all depend upon others for their continued happiness. I am self-sufficient. So dear Prof, like you, I also do seem to be the easiest, and I fervently wish that I remain always so. Easiest, most self-sufficient, and most free.
ओ प्यार बांटते चलो, प्यार बांटते चलो, हे प्यार बांटते चलो, प्यार बांटते चलो, बांटते चलो।